Alright, welcome back to SoFlo TV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. So this is an update to Squash situation. Dancehall artist Squash, Big Breeze singer Squash. Well, Squash is in ICE custody. I have finally found him in ICE custody. Let me say this. First of all, I hate the level of ignorance among our people, right? When we're keeping up with a story, it is possible that when we release a story, what you find after happened after our story was released. That doesn't mean we're missing the information. That's why we do updated videos. It's not like we're on live 24/7 following every step of the case. For instance, when we checked the database to find out if Squash had already made it in transition from the local jails over to the ICE holding facility at Krome Detention Center, and he had been checked into the system yet, it might have taken them a day or 2 days to get him fully booked into the system to where he was registered online, where you can find him online. So within that day or 2 days or however it took, because we didn't get him there yet, it doesn't mean we missed everything, right? I see people in the comment section going crazy. I told you he was in ICE. I told you he was in ICE. I told you they got him. Okay, you told us they got him. What did we say? We said show us the proof. So if you were able to just say, go back to the same U.S. Immigrations and Customs site, put in his full name again, and you will see, along with his date of birth. Not one person said, put in his date of birth. Everybody who follows SoFlo TV knows that we go by transparency and factual information only. So you can tell me all day that he is in Guantanamo Bay, that he got deported already, that he is in what else did they say? He is in protective custody because he's snitching and working with the feds. You can tell me a million things. I don't really want to hear any of it if you cannot bring me proof. Just like how I hate to bring you stuff and I don't unless I have proof. Now that I myself have gone through the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement system, I'm able to find Andre Maurice Whitaker, born in Jamaica. He is in ICE custody in Florida at Krome Detention Center, SPC, and that is where he will be until his next court date. His next court date is scheduled right around the corner for the 26th of March, which is 20 days away, right? Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute, and the charges and the possibilities. Now, let's get into this. So, he did not make it out. Obvious now. It's confirmed. He is in ICE custody. The next step after this I am seeing is deportation, because it doesn't take a genius if you actually just go ask Google and say something like this. Is a Glock with a switch legal, and how much time will you get for it? And Google is going to talk to you and give you information that says no, a Glock with a switch is not legal, and the penalties for possessing one can be severe. Remember, the details of what Squash got caught with. They said they saw him while they were pulling the car over. They saw him move something from his waist and put it into the glove box of the car. Not only did they say that, remember where the information came from, why the car got pulled over in the first place. It was FBI agents who were doing undercover work, that the person they were following, the person they were observing, the person they were spying on, gathering information on, watching, that person was seen handing Squash the same gun, which turns out to be, according to them, that same chipped Glock. That same chip Glock. Well, an FBI agent can come, stand in court, say, yeah, I saw it. He handed it to him. Our mark, our suspect, our main focus individual we are building a case on was interacting with Mr. Whitaker. He handed Mr. Whitaker that gun. We told the local police to follow that car. They observed Mr. Whitaker removing that gun from his waist, putting it into the glove compartment of the car. When we stopped the car and asked, do you mind if we have a search? The driver of the car told us there were no guns in the car and he doesn't mind if we have a search. So we searched the car. We didn't even search the car yet. We went straight to the glove compartment first because we observed him removing it from his waist and putting it in there. At this point, I'm saying to my audience at SoFlo, maybe Squash put the gun in the glove compartment thinking he was not caught with it on his person. Therefore, it's arguable in court whose gun it is. So in a case like this, you would have to be willing to bring down your friend, the guy who was driving the car. Because if the guy who was driving the car says, man, listen, that ain't my gun, bro. Take your charges, bro. That's your gun. And you're going, that's not my gun. Officer, he gave me a ride. I didn't know the gun was in the glove compartment. It's his car. But the agents said they saw him take the gun from his waist, put it in there. Not only that, they said when they searched Squash, they found a gun holster that Glock, chip Glock, fits perfectly into. Bolstering their story more. Look up the chip Glock situation. No, a Glock with a switch is not legal. It's not legal in any state in the United States of America. And the penalties for processing or for possessing one can be severe. Federal penalties up to 10 years in federal prison, plus large fines, plus loss of right to own firearms, period, and a criminal record that definitely can impact your life. In Florida, you get up to 5 years imprisonment for being caught with that and a $5,000 fine. In another state like Maryland, you'll probably get, not probably, it says it right here, you will get up to 3 years in prison and a $5,000 fine. Now, mind you, they said up to. Up to meaning they probably won't give you the max, but they could give you the max. So, federal penalties, that can go up to 10 years in a federal prison. Other consequences you could face, even if you never used it, you could face an enhanced penalties if you actually use the switch in a felony or violent crime. Want to know why a Glock switch is legal? The National Firearms Act, NFA, classifies the Glock switches as a machine gun, and it is illegal for civilians to possess or to transfer new machine guns. They even tell you how to avoid trouble. Do not modify the firearm without the proper legal permission. If you're facing gun-related charges, you need to seek qualified guidance from an attorney who understands how to navigate this part of the system. Those are rules written in the books that I just read to you. Now, in Squash's case, someone who already has a case before the immigration courts, someone who already was not straight in the United States of America. Now, get this straight. I hate rumors. So there are a lot of Jamaican vloggers, bloggers, talkers who are saying he entered the U.S. illegally, he came in through the Mexico border, and he got caught. That is a lie. That's not what happened. They already published what happened. Squash actually got real papers to come to the United States of America. He was supposed to come here on a work visa, do a couple of shows, and then returned to Jamaica after his shows were done and he collected his money. What he did was he came, he did his shows, the couple of shows, and then he decided to stay and file for an extension and file for asylum as well. So while he was here doing that, his time run out. Of course, it ran out when his visa expired, but he already had papers in the immigration court system where they were giving him a court date where he would show up to get the proper answers if he would be able to stay here or not. Now, the first time he got caught up, he got held. Remember, this is not his first time at Krome Detention Center. He was there before, and he got let go. The reason he got let go was because he had already put in the paperwork and he had a case before the courts. So under the Biden administration, they were letting people go who already had paperwork in, and you were on what's called parole. So basically, you had to report to a certain location once or twice per month, waiting on your court date to happen. Boom. Your court date happens, they decide you stay or they decide you go. In the meantime, Squash got in trouble again. This time he is caught with the guns, including one gun that he will never be able to explain, and that is the Glock with the switch. The Glock with the switch is going to be the game changer for him. A lot of people are saying he's a criminal, him do this, him do that, the streets attack, so flow you know to but you just not say. Like the comment section where some guy is saying, me know but I'm just not saying, because he is friends with my favorite DJ or entertainer. Some of those informations are some of these comments are so ridiculous. I've always stood on this principle right here, right? If you're going to accuse somebody on my platform, then I like when you bring proof. I would hate for somebody to say SoFlo TV is a criminal, SoFlo TV is a rapist, SoFlo TV is a XYZ. The only thing I need you to do is bring proof, and I would hope that people ask for proof before they believe rumors. Because those accusations without proof are rumors, and a lot of the times they are lies. So all I'm asking for is proof. It's not that I favor anybody, it's just how I do my thing. Before I accuse somebody of something, I need proof. Once I get proof, then I can put the information out there, because it's no longer just an accusation. It's something that has proof behind it. As far as Squash situation goes with U.S. immigration, this is the wrong time to be in the situation that he is in. Donald Trump is at the board right now, and he is not playing. He is pretty much sending everybody packing. Okay, we just did a video a couple of days ago updating everybody that he's even bending the rules and changing the rules. Some people won't even get a day in court. Some people are getting shipped out the same day their court date is. Meaning, you show up, you go straight into your trial, they give you a no, you cannot stay, and you are shipped the same day, flights waiting. So, it depends, and we will see. Now, a lot of people, again, are saying, the only way he can get out of this, if they release him, it's because he is working with the feds. It's because he has turned an informant. Because there's no way you're getting away with a switch. For that one, I'm going to stay out of the way. I kind of tend to agree with that though, because the laws are on the books. And the switch is completely illegal in every state in the United States of America. If he had just got caught with a regular gun, getting caught with a regular gun does not make you a bad person. In the state of Florida, you are allowed to carry, everybody is allowed to carry a regular gun concealed. The law just got changed, I believe in 2023, that state of Florida no longer requires a permit to carry a concealed weapon. If you are carrying one and you have a felony, that's a different story, because the law says you cannot carry one if you have a felony. If you're carrying one and it has a modification that turns it into a Glock with a switch, or what we Jamaicans call a chipped Glock, you're in trouble. because you're not supposed to have a chip Glock in your possession, period. The government says do not modify the weapon. You turn an automatic weapon into a semi-automatic weapon into a fully automatic weapon is against the law. And big fines are there for it. Florida requires 5 years in prison. And they can go enhanced and hit you with 10 years in a federal prison. So he's up against a lot right now. That's the update to the Squash story. So yes, he is in Krome Detention Center, which is ICE holding immigration detainees place, the same place where Foota Hype was. But Foota Hype didn't have any criminal record or anything, and Foota Hype obviously got out, right? But back to Squash. They got him. And now it's a waiting game to see. Watch what happens on the 26th. I'll be honest with you, he might not even make it to the 26th for his court date. Today is March 6th. He has 20 days to go. Donald Trump has already modified the rules. Forget modifying a Glock to a chip Glock. Trump already modified the rules where certain people are just getting sent packing without even a court date. In Squash's case, it would be very easy for them to put him on a plane and send him back to Jamaica without proper representation in a court. And by the way, for the people who keep on saying being in the US and being out of status is illegal, it makes you an illegal person. These are not my words. Go and read the immigration laws. You are not illegal. No one is illegal. It is a civil matter. It is not a criminal matter. This is what the law says in the US. The time you become illegal is if you came into the country and then, like in Squash case, he came into the country legally. So he was never illegal here. He came in illegally and then he filed paperwork to stay. The paperwork is taking a process, which he is here waiting on the process. So he was never illegal in the US. According to US immigration laws, the time someone becomes illegal is after you have been processed, you had your day in court, they issued a removal order, you were deported from the US, and somehow you made your way back into the country, then you become a illegal immigrant. That's just food for thought. Anyways, let me leave this one right here for now. Like I said before, I wish him all the best. And God go with him, because me can't go. There's so much more to talk about concerning this case, but we will leave it here for now. All right, catch you in the comment section where you will be there talking about all the stuff that's going to happen once he is deported. Remember, I'm not guaranteeing you his deportation. I'm saying there could still be a way up out of this. I've seen people beat it before, but I don't know if he has that kind of representation, backative, pulling, or anything like that. So we'll just wait and see. Hey, I'm not fluffing the story, family. I'm just giving you the facts. You do what you want with the rest. All right? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next video as we stay close to the story. It's SoFlo TV. I'm out. Peace.